Between viral videos online and the constant stream of breaking news on television, it's hard to believe that there are things in our world that we have still yet to see. Think about it. When was the last time you were truly taken aback by something you saw? When was the last time you looked at an image? And we bet there's quite a few featured in today's video that will surprise you. Number 10. Nagoro Doll Village. What is it that you fear the most? After the mass popularity of movies such as The Conjuring and The Boy, many people would be quick to answer with dolls, and rightly so. In the right, or perhaps wrong, contexts, dolls can certainly strike an unsettling note, as is the case with the first item on our list, Nagoro, Japan. In this isolated village, the residents are gradually being replaced with dolls bearing their likeness. No, the people aren't being actively swapped with dolls. Resident Ayano Tsukimi is creating life-size dolls as a way to memorialize villagers who have either passed on or moved away. Tsukimi was inspired to take on this project when she returned to her village in 2003 and was confronted with how much the population had dwindled. Beginning with her father, she started by trying to plant a tree in his memory and, failing that, took up the task of constructing a scarecrow in his likeness. From there, the idea took off, and Tsukimi began doing so for all of Nagoro's late residents. As of 2014, 11 years after returning to her village, Tsukimi has replaced around 350 of her former neighbors with dolls. Her actions are, in equal parts, touching and creepy, and certainly not something we've seen before. Number 9. Inside Out Turtle. In 2014, user Aquamite23, Michael Aquilina, jump-started an Instagram account, hoping to showcase all of his aquatic pets. He never imagined that he would be springboarded into internet stardom, but with the birth of Hope, going viral was pretty much inevitable. Hope was born only a little bit larger than a grape, not all that unusual for turtles. However, she was also born with albinism, a condition that causes a lack of pigmentation in the skin, resulting in her uniquely white coloring. That's not all, however. Hope was also born with a defect so rare that it's yet to be scientifically named. Hope's heart was born on the outside of her chest. In the center of her pale undershell, her heart is completely exposed. Deep red, it stands in sharp contrast to the rest of her pure white body. Interestingly enough, Aquilina has said that this interesting rearrangement of organs has not impacted the little turtle's health, and she continues to grow and thrive in his care each day. To date, Aquilina still posts on Instagram under the username Aquamite23, keeping his six-figure count of followers updated on Hope's journey through life. Number 8. Otherworldly Sea Creature. Area 51 may not be the only place you can catch a glimpse of aliens. In February 2019, fisherman Andrew Rose was going about his usual business on the water when he noticed something was wrong with his lure. He promptly reeled it in and was absolutely floored by what he saw attached to it. Some sort of creature with no eyes and sharp, protruding teeth had been caught on his line. Its body was narrow and serpentine, unlike any other fish he'd ever seen. As we all know, it's a rare day when even a local Australian finds himself puzzled by the natural wildlife. Rose snapped a few pictures and published them online, asking if anyone knew exactly what he had caught. Most of the comments confirmed what he already knew, calling the creature a baby alien or predator's love child. However, many locals, including Michael Hammer, an expert from the Museum and Art Gallery of the Northern Territory, agreed that it was a worm goby. While this mud-dwelling species is rare to see and definitely rarer to catch, it is, as far as modern science knows, not an alien invader. Number 7. Modern Toilet Restaurant. There is an old idiom along the lines of "don't poop where you eat," usually meant to mean not to cause trouble somewhere you spend a good amount of time. Its literal meaning is not without its wisdom either. However you choose to interpret it, this restaurant chain in Taiwan has clearly never heard of it. The Modern Toilet Restaurant has made a name for themselves through their bathroom-themed locale. Their seats are acrylic toilets, gathered around glass-top-backed bathroom sinks. Feces-shaped lights and plungers hang from the ceiling, and your food and drinks are served to you in novelty-shaped toilets and urinals. The restaurant has gained wide success from their bold, bathroom-themed venture, and currently is operating at 3 different locations in Taiwan. While the country is no stranger to oddly themed restaurants, with some being based around jails and hospitals, this is certainly the first time we've seen anything like this. Number 6. Super trees. In this day and age, we're all trying to go green, but Singapore is taking that sentiment one step further with its Gardens by the Bay. Heralded as a botanical capital of the world, Marina Bay's 250-acre garden features staggering 50-meter-high, that's 164 feet, trees. But that's not all. These trees are artificial, functioning as vertical gardens, whose purposes include generating electricity, collecting rainwater, and acting as air ducts for nearby areas. Their electricity is derived from the solar power systems affixed onto the trees, which convert sunlight into a usable power source. But these trees' benefits go beyond that. They feature various flora from other countries, diversifying the environment, as well as simply offering relief from the hot Singapore sun. Even more astoundingly, these trees have been connected by what's been dubbed airwalks, bridges connecting a few of the imposing super trees. Visitors can go beyond squinting up at the sky to take in the beauty of these vertical gardens. The airwalks allow for these people to get an up-close look at the gorgeous collection of flowers and plants clinging to the tree, as well as get a breathtaking bird's-eye view of the bay. Now these are 2 views we truly hope to enjoy in our lifetime. Number 5. The Mr. Toilet House. Heading over to South Korea, we're taking you back to yet another toilet-themed venue. In the city of Suwon, just south of Seoul, you might have the pleasure of stumbling across a gigantic golden turd. This art installment is placed at the entrance to Mr. Toilet House, South Korea's own museum devoted to the history and culture of toilets. The museum was founded by Sim Jae-duk, also properly known as Mr. Toilet, who, apparently enough, is absolutely obsessed with all things toilet-related. The rumor goes that Sim Jae-duk was born in an outdoor toilet and was subsequently teased for it most of his childhood, eventually embracing the association he was quite literally born into. He became the mayor of Suwon and founded the World Toilet Association in 2007, whose mission statement is, quote, "For the humans' dignity and their healthy lifestyles, let the world know the importance of toilets to public health and sanitation, as well as establish advanced toilet culture and contribute to humanity." Quite the noble venture for something that, ostensibly, sounds so silly. In 2009, Sim Jae-duk unfortunately passed away, and to honor his memory, his family donated their home to become the museum known as Mr. Toilet House. Number 4. Tiny mouse shops. Most of us think of Banksy when it comes to strange and obscure street art. However, in Malmö, Sweden, artist collective Anonymouse is rising to fame for their functional and far more wholesome pieces of art. If one happens to glance down, they may spot a bright little canopy settled over a genuine-looking shopfront. Measuring out to only 25 inches by 12 inches, these shops cater to a clientele of a different sort, the local rodents. Each one has a specific theme, with goodies for our little friends to match. At Il Topolino, the Italian moniker for Mickey Mouse, rats and mice would scurry in to find an assortment of cheese and crackers. If their palates crave something on the saltier side, Noix de Vie, the nuts of life, showcases their variety of nuts in the window. We're glad to know that our pocket-sized friends have somewhere to go when they're feeling peckish. Let's just hope they bring their face masks. Number 3. Wife-carrying. We all know the promise of marriage is to love, quote, through sickness and in health. But what about through an obstacle course? Introduced in Sonkajärvi, Finland, wife-carrying is a sport that requires male competitors to carry a female teammate through a series of obstacles. Whoever completes the course in the shortest amount of time, with their respective wife in tow throughout, is declared the winner. There are several carry styles that are approved, such as the fireman's carry, the bridal, or the Estonian carry, which involves the wife hanging upside down along the man's back, with her legs hanging over his shoulders. It's believed that the sport originates from tales of robbers in the 1800s, who would steal, among other things, women from local villages. Luckily, today's take on the sport requires that the competing wives have some relationship to the men, as well as surpass the age minimum of 17. Certainly an odd sport, and likely not something you're going to see at the Global Olympics anytime soon. Number 2. The Morning Glory Spillway. Now on to today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by one of our subscribers, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it on over to us, and we might even feature it in a future video. As for now, don't forget to comment and tell us, what do you think about the image? Located in Napa, California, the Morning Glory Spillway is considered the largest drainage hole in the world. Given the crass name, the Glory Hole, by locals, it acts as a spillway for the nearby Monticello Dam at Lake Berryessa. When the lake reaches its capacity, the spillway funnels out a staggering 48,800 cubic feet of water per second, releasing it via a concrete pipe around 700 feet away. Both the dam and the spillway were constructed in the mid-1950s, and unfortunately, have not only been a functioning part of the area's ecosystem in the years following. There is a case of a daring swimmer who, in 1997, was sucked into the hole and subsequently drowned. Thankfully, the area has been cordoned off to boats and swimmers to prevent another tragedy, but it can still be viewed and admired from an established safe distance. Number 1. The Antisocial Vest. When the National University of Singapore prompted their students to design something to help maintain personal space on public transport, Xiao Ming Cheng was inspired. Designing a waistcoat made of basic plastic materials, she created a piece of clothing covered in daunting, though harmless, spikes, surely ensuring that people were going to keep their distance the next time she needed to use the subway. The spike-away vest, Cheng is assured, does not inflict real harm. The spikes are meant to pander to the psychological nocebo effect, in which people will imagine the spikes inflicting harm, and therefore avoid them, despite the fact that they present no real danger. All that aside, I think the real question is, when are they going to hit the shelves? That's the end of today's video. We certainly hope you like it, and if you did, leave us a comment down below, give us a thumbs up, and click that bell notification button so you never miss any of our updates. And as always, thanks for watching.